Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Laleh Hancock, and I am the creator of Global Wellness for All, and welcome you here. And I'm just waiting for my friend Jenny from New York to join us. Hello. And we're going to talk today about becoming the leader of tomorrow. And, what is that? And what does it mean? Oh, I'm going to turn it around to you guys. And what does that really mean to you? So really looking forward to this conversation. Hello, everybody, and welcome. The beginning of a live is always funny, as technology is either helping us or not helping us. So I know Jenny's coming. We just actually chatted a minute ago. Guys, all as you're here. And if you have any questions, to type them below. It's actually kind of funny because today I just got to my destination outside of Orlando. I spent the last few days hanging out with family. My daughter, I don't know if you guys saw, but she just got matched. When you're in medical school and the next step is to go to have a residency, you interview with different hospitals. And then you put there, what's going on, what you'd like to do, and who you're selecting as your first choice, second choice, and so on. And she got her number one choice, and her number one choice chose her. So she's now going to be going to Inova in Fairfax. And, that whole celebration, the fun, the exploration of, something you work so hard for, and seeing it come to fruition and the next chapter of her life. So in the next couple of months, transitioning from medical school to her residency. And that is part of being a leader of tomorrow. We are each bringing different things to this world. And, in the past, we used to think that we had to do it a certain way. No, we don't have to do it a certain way. We actually have to do it our way. And whatever it is that you desire in your life, it's about you choosing it and allowing yourself to do whatever is required to bring it to fruition. So I'm just trying to see. There is Miss Jenny. Yay!
Yay!
There we go.
Hello.
Hello. It's funny, I was just talking about, when we're talking about leaders of tomorrow, it really is about, looking at what it is we desire to add to our lives. And I was just talking about my daughter's adventure with medical school, which is where I was in Miami, and we just arrived in Orlando. And, it's like, what do you need to be today? What actions do you need to take today to create that future that you desire to have?
And
Go ahead.
it's amazing that it's not about thinking in this reality. It's about what do I need to do in the future. It's really every single day waking up and asking those questions.
Yeah. And also, what is the future requiring? Like so often we're looking also like, hey, I'd like to have a new car. I'd like to have a new lover. I'd like to have this. But it's also the whispers. It's also really looking at, hey, what does the future you, but the future earth, what does the earth of tomorrow, of that future require of us today?
Amazing.
Yeah. So a lot of times, we look at like me at this point, and you have to, because most of the time we don't. We kind of push us out and becomes about everybody else. But that moment you make it about you and you being included. So, what is the earth whispering to us?
Mm, beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, like Jenny, for you were talking about, you're in New York City, you are a
Yes.
realtor, you were showing a beautiful home today, and you had 100
Yes.
families that came to visit this property.
Yes, it was crazy. It was a beautiful day. And it actually, I'm a realtor in New Jersey,
Oh, okay.
and I was asked by my coworker to come and do the open house. And it was so amazing because of the way the market is, so many people have been placing offers and 20 offers and being rejected. So what I said to myself is, what can I be or do to create a different a possibility for them?
Yeah.
So even though they went through the house and everything and they asked questions, and I tried to, whatever words came out, try to be as inspirational and make them understand that the universe has your back, and if it turns out that it's not the house for whatever reason, there may be a better house in the future. So I was trying to think, what questions can I share with these people? What can I be or do to allow them to see different possibilities? So that's what I do in real estate. Do you have any other, um, anything else to share about other, how can we be or do to be the future leaders?
Well, can I just, I don't know, acknowledge you for just a couple of minutes right here, Like, how many people would have an open house and would even be thinking that way? You know,
Yeah.
it's like most realtors are looking at this moment. How can I get the most offers for my client of this moment? But that moment, you are willing to make it be a bigger, a more holistic, or you can call it a more oneness. Like you were actually looking at not just today, you were looking at tomorrow. You were also looking at what could you contribute to
Yes.
people coming by
Yeah.
so they have other possibilities. That is a leader.
Yeah. It was interesting because people left with smiles. So, and that to me made my day, and yes,
Yeah.
hopefully I'll get business, hopefully the money, but I know, as I said, the universe has my back. I know it will come.
Yeah.
But what can we be to be inspirations out there is how I see it.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny because this conversation, Leaders of Tomorrow, it's actually a program that I had going on before I came to Access Consciousness.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's 9 modules to it, and I started it in the business arena and the not for profit arena. And when I came to Access Consciousness, I was like, oh my goodness, the tools of Access Consciousness
Yeah.
and this program, wow, it really was bringing this combination together. And then it became for bringing it to schools. Then it became businesses as well. Then it became from different people from different backgrounds. And then it's like from 8 to over 100, because each of us can be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even have to have a job per se where you're thinking, hey, yeah, this is my title, therefore I have to. But it's like becoming that leader in your life.
Yes, that's very, very light. Um, can you share one or two things that we can walk away with
Yeah.
regarding the program?
Yeah. So we have a lot of different variations of it. One of them, we have an intro that we'll have coming up later on this month, which will be an introduction. And that one, we can go a lot of different directions, and it depends on the people that are engaged in the workshop. But really, the 3-day program is set up to where the first day we focus about becoming the leader of your life, you know,
Amazing.
where it's not just about I become the leader and I leave everyone behind, but most of the time we're focused on everyone else and leaving us behind.
Right.
So moving you forward to the front and expanding your wings.
Mm.
What is it you desire to create in the world? It could be
Right.
a job, it could be, a business, it could be, a certain kind of money in your life, it could be a certain kind of hobby, like it could be anything that you actually desire, but starting to put in place those energies, like leaders, the really good ones, it's not about them. It's the inclusion, it's the empowerment, it's the inspiration
Yes.
of others having their confidence, being able to have their wings, being willing to have conversations they're not normally willing to have, but have them with more ease, you know?
Beautiful. Yes. And 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 what if we can tap into each one of us, even though we may not think that way? What if each one of us had that in us to be able to do that, and to create the life with so much more ease? That's what I'm perceiving, you know?
Yeah. And you know what? I bring it forward because, like, this particular program we started at the age of 8. And the future, the tomorrow of this program was that also 8-year-olds and higher could become facilitator of this
Wow.
because it is innately in us.
Mm.
It's
To
just that,
out what we already know that we
yeah,
don't acknowledge.
yeah. And so often it depends on your siblings, it depends on your environment, it depends on school, how you were. To some lead forward as they get older,
Mhm.
and some who become more shy and timid about saying what they desire in life. I had one of my programs. We had the youngest was probably 12 years old. She was in middle school, and we had high school students, college students, someone who had just graduated from college. We had CEOs, we had acupuncturists, we had stay-at-home moms. Like, we had this really mix of combination. And we ended up doing it for 4 weeks for one of the day's classes. And one thing that I laughed the most was the CEOs were taking the most notes
So interesting.
because the youth has nothing to lose. They're willing to be creative. They're willing to have ideas. They don't look at the barrier in front of them.
Right.
They look at where they want to go, and they're willing to zigzag to get there.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. And that CEO and I have worked together for many years. And it was always funny for me because there's two of them. One of them was shocked. He was like, I tend not to even hire the young people that come because I want people with experience. But when
Season.
you, yeah, seasoned employees. But then he realized some of them are so seasoned, they're not open minded to
Correct.
another perspective. Like, what else have we not even considered here?
Right. Right. Because they know what worked before. It's
Yeah,
going to
but
work.
just because it worked before doesn't mean it's going to work tomorrow.
Correct. And then even if it worked before, what if there were infinite possibilities to make it even work better back then? So it's a matter of really staying in the question. That's beautiful. So you facilitate all that. Talk to me a little bit more about how, even though you have a program, it really goes by who's participating. How does
Yeah.
that work?
Well, you know what? We have a framework of the modules and different topics, right? So we have that. But we don't do it structured that way because the people that show up, depending on what's going on in their lives, what they want to get out of it, they really guide where the class goes, where the questions lead us.
Mm.
And one thing that I love is it just takes one question to get us started.
Yes.
And then the next thing you know, that question leads to other questions that no one else had ever even considered.
Mm.
But at that moment that one person asks, it opens creativity, it opens possibilities, it opens it for everybody.
Amazing.
You know, and that's also one of the reasons that I created this as a specialty with Access Consciousness, because it's about empowering people to know what they know,
Mm-hmm.
not what you think you know based on your education.
And now what's typical in a class where you're sitting down, taking notes and hearing the lecture being kind of poured on you. So you're actually participating in creating that class, which is brilliant.
Exactly. And you know, the intro we have coming up later on this month is going to be online, but there's still exercises that we do. So it's interactive. It's not just about me talking, but it's about this engagement between us.
Beautiful.
And then the 3-day class, the first day I shared with you guys is about becoming the leader of your life. Day number 2 is about finances and the awareness of finances, but the creation of wealth. Because wealth is not just cash and money, but it's the wealth that creates your life.
Yeah.
So bringing more of that into play. And day number 3 is about being the catalyst of change. How, before you even leave this 3 days, to put the action in place, and then everyone who's part of this workshop, how we contribute to each other, to whatever it is you desire to create, to start actualizing it before you leave.
Amazing. Wow. Sounds yummy.
Yeah, because you know, many of us, we go, we attend, then it's a book on the side of the shelf, and we never even take another step
Yeah.
towards it.
Yeah. But what I like is you're focusing on so many different components to creating a greater life, which is what it sounds,
It is. Because, see, actually, as you're looking to expand your life, that energy, that whatever benefits you in that, it's also something that benefits everything around you. So, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, it's your clients, it's even hobbies that you're interested in,
Mm-hmm.
that joy
Mm-hmm.
exponentializes everything in our lives. So, one thing I love is the minute you look to empower you, you're actually empowering the world around you as well.
Oh, amazing. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So future leaders or leaders of the future,
Leaders
of
of tomorrow.
tomorrow, and all really how to be a leader of a greater world. That's what I'm getting. So
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. And also, you know, each of us is going to have a different interpretation of that. So it's you gaining whatever you would like to gain out of it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
having the tools. And then also you walk away with each day will have its own sheet of the activities that we did and some of the major tools so that you also have that. Plus, we'll have the audios if you were in person, and then if you're online doing it, you also have the video. So everyone will have a video replay, an audio replay, and then you have what I call the cheat sheets from each day so that, you know, it stays fresh. And the more you listen, the more you watch it, the more you look at this cheat sheets, you're actually allowing you to receive the class even more.
Amazing. So when is the class, the intro?
Well, I can't remember, but I think it's on the 28th of
Okay.
March. We'll,
Perfect.
we'll add the information here so you guys have it as
Beautiful.
well.
Beautiful. Any anything else that we could share that
Yeah, I think the first thing that starts is like, what have you defined leadership is that it's not?
yes,
And do the opposite. What have you decided leadership is not that it is?
right.
Because first we have to be willing to let go all the definitions we have of something and allow ourselves to receive such greater awareness of what that is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when we do, that's when we actually allow ourselves to open possibilities, allow ourselves to know, hey, I never considered it from this angle or this angle or this angle. You know, it's like those other tools, everything else around us opens up that minute that we actually open it to not just be what we've defined it to be so far.
And also, I'm also getting that what if you're doing it already and you just haven't acknowledged it?
Yeah.
So how much can we gain from that? Becoming so much more aware of you mentioned innate talents.
Yeah.
And how much are we already being that? And once you acknowledge how much more you could be,
Exactly. And, each of us, wherever we are, there's been moments we've led. So you're never starting from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
You have a starting point, and then what's available beyond where you are today. I'm a management consultant as well and have been in business 35 years. And, it's like what's available for us today is so beautiful. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it was always about the best practices. How did somebody else do it? Let me go duplicate them. But that doesn't work. You're not them. Your business is not that business. You can have it as resources, as tools, as a possibility, but it really starts from within each of us.
Which is very different than what it was before. Yeah.
Totally. I remember, I have done, years of consulting, and it always was. And I travel around the globe, and what works in Germany will not work in the US.
Right.
That style will not work. The people will never put up with it the same way the Germans do. The same as the French, the same as, I'm opening a center in Dubai. It is so different. So it also is us knowing, like, hey, what's going to work today? Will it work tomorrow?
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So what else is possible with this class and this intro that we've never thought possible,
Totally. Hi, Jefferson. Yeah, totally. And one thing that I love is that all are welcome. We prices for adults, and if you have children under the age of 15, it's also a gift the kids can attend. But I always say, don't force your kids to attend. The ones that want to attend can attend as a gift for us. The 16 and the 15-year-olds, 16, 17-year-olds, they do get to pay half to attend.
Okay.
Because they're at an age they really got to choose it to come. But also, like, looking at it as also we have different prices on different parts of the globe. So we do have different countries that have different pricing as well.
And will you have interpreters as well?
Yes, we will have translation. Right now we have Spanish, Arabic, Russian. I don't remember what the other languages are, but yes, we will have it also translated in multiple languages.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Me too. Me too. And you guys are welcome to join us from anywhere. You just need your phone or a laptop to attend. And like I said, afterwards, you'll have it in our library. We have a library where all your audio and your video is kept. Any notes in there as well, but you can also download them and put them on your laptop or your computer, whichever you prefer. And even on your phone, you can use the app and listen to it as much as you like.
And the more what I've noticed with many classes, and I've been listening to a lot of your YouTube channel as well, which is brilliant. The more you listen, the more things get clearer, the more you're clearing really limitations. So it is truly, truly a gift. And I'm so appreciative of this, and I'm so looking forward to it.
Oh, me too. And thank you, Jenny. I'm so excited we had this conversation today. And you guys feel free to reach out to me, to Jenny, to others. If you have any questions and want to know more about the leaders of tomorrow.
All right.
All righty. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.